Ninja Kiwi has done something crazy this week. An elite boss on the new expert map Tricky Tracks. And the really cool part about this is the map's mechanic where the balloons move fast at the start, slow in the middle, and fast at the end actually applies to bosses as well, and the boss's spawns. So this will be interesting. Either way, looking into the rules, we have a couple modifiers. The balloons, mobs, and boss are a little bit slower, and that's pretty much it. But as you guys know, I'm a very competitive guy, so we'll be doing ranked mode. And taking a look at the leaderboard, it is a least tiers week, with the top score right now being 69 tiers. The number one person is a hacker as per usual, but yeah, we'll see if we can beat that. Okay, here we go. Least tiers might honestly be my favorite mode to play, so I'm pretty excited for this week. And they were very generous, giving us 5,000 starting cash, an extra 200 with monkey knowledge. So with that starting cash, I was wondering if I can start with a bank. It appears we're still about 675 off. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I kind of want to rush that bank. Let's get a free dart monkey down, and hopefully we can just defend with this guy until I afford the bank. We also have the spikes on the map as well, so that's going to help me out a little bit defensively. Alright, it's looking like after round 3 concludes, I can probably get the bank up. We are starting to leak some balloons on the bottom end, but that's totally fine. Bank has been purchased. So this will start cooking up a lot of money for me, but I may have been a little bit ambitious with that play, because look at this. I'm starting to struggle defensively. Let's try putting dart on strong, leaking a ton of lives once again on round 5. That's fine. Okay, and I think we'll get a second defensive tower on our end now, which will be an engineer. Hopefully this can defend decently well. And also, the nice part about going for an engineer is when you're in these least tiers events, you pretty much want to have a specific use with every tier you're buying. And this engineer can probably be built into something like an ultra boost later. And as far as the dart monkey is concerned, this guy probably won't have a use later, but I think he's already done his job by just allowing me to greed for an early bank. And I'm hoping with this setup, we can get our third defensive tower down, which will be our hero. I brought Adora. Now, Adora might seem like a weird hero to bring in a least tiers event because going for like sun avatars and true sun god typically aren't a good strategy here, as that's like a spam strategy and just not very effective in these tiers in general. By the way, got Adora down. However, that's not the reason we brought Adora. We basically brought Adora to help me out in the early game, because as you can see, the projectiles seek to all 3 paths. Then on top of that, if I use Adora's ability, that increases her range big enough to locate all 3 paths as well. So I think she's going to be pretty solid in carrying me through the early game. That way I can avoid overspending on tiers. Either way, what's the next plan? Well, we've got this bank cooking up a good bit. I'm probably going to build this into an IMF alone once it's full. I did make sure not to buy the bank cross path, by the way, because I don't think I really need to spin those tiers. Don't mind me, I ended up redoing the early game just to optimize my placements and targeting a little bit. But either way, our bank is basically full at this point, so we're going to collect you, build this into the imp loan, and start depositing. Then hopefully like 5 or 6 rounds from now, we'll have a max cash out from this guy with the IMF loan ability. Then I can make some big money moves with that. But as you can see what I was talking about, Adora is really strong defensively on this map. I feel like out of the hero picks that were available, there weren't that many. Adora was definitely the best option, just simply due to the early game utility. Okay, we're about to get the IMF loan ability off cooldown, which is great. I'm not going to use it yet though, as I'm going to wait to have a max cash out, which should be pretty much after this round concludes. Yep, there we go. And what I was wondering if I can do is with collecting this, can I afford a BRF? We get the farm right here, banana plantation, and oh my gosh, we're gonna be like $600 off because we get 10k from the IMF loan ability. That is a little bit unfortunate. So it's actually smartest for me to wait to use this ability, because once you are in debt, you're only making 50% income. So we're gonna wait to use the ability till I'm at 9k exactly, and then we'll build the BRF up. All right, collect you, and we'll do it at the start of this round. Go. Perfect. And I think I'll spend an extra 2 tiers in this guy just to crosspath it. The plan with this BRF is to turn it into a banana central later. And as I was saying beforehand, we're going to build this engineer most likely into an ultra boost. So ultra boosting the banana central is how I'll be making a lot of my money. All right, there's the crosspath. We have spent 15 tiers so far, and I think every single tier has been spent in a pretty good manner. And I need to start considering what I want to build for the tier 1 setup, because defending the boss is not going to be easy. Even with the fact that it's slower than normal, I think the main thing that's going to be scary is the ceramic spawns from the boss, because they're going to spawn like over here where the balloons are faster, and I'm not sure how I'm going to clean those up. Here's what I'm thinking for tier 1 though. We are going to work to save towards a special populations. This is one of the best upgrades in these tiers events because it makes you money, it has decent boss damage, and it has insane pierce, so it'll be able to kill the Blunarius ceramics as well. Now, it probably would be smart for me just to go directly for the special populations, but I'm so greedy, I'm going to see if I can do one other farming play. That being get an overclock first for my BRF. I can't afford it here with going for the IMF loan ability. There we go. Overclock has been bought. And then with the money left over, I'll just redeposit into this. Oh wait, camel balloons this round. Okay, let's try to target our cleansing foam. I'm only able to get 2 of the sides foamed though. Well, actually, wait a second. I have enough money for that heli now that I was talking about. Let's get down, and we can get IFR on it. Yep, we'll just start building towards special operations now. I actually do think I'll go forward this by round 40, because we're making so much cash from our BRF. All right, it's collect you now, and I still have a little bit of loan to pay off. You can't actually use the IMF loan ability while this guy's in debt. So what I can do to pay off this extra 842 is deposit, collect. There you go. And now here's what I'll do. Downdraft. Once this round starts, we'll use the IMF loan ability and build the support Chinook. Let's go. Perfect. Then we can redeposit. But yeah, our farming is like really solid here. Having that $5,000 to start with definitely can just snowball your farming to another level, because I basically was able to start with a bank, which you normally don't place until like the late teens. Looks like I will actually be able to afford the special operations. It costs 30k. I've got 12k on hand. We have about a 10k collect, and then I have the IMF loan ability, which will make me another 10k. So let's collect early on this round. IMF loan ability, upgrade. Oh, it resets the cooldown. I did not know it resets the cooldown. So in that case, we will use the ability first. And now we'll upgrade it to special operations. Yep. That's the correct order to play it. It's time for the tier 1 boss. I think first we would just test how the special operations does alone. But I'm guessing it's not enough. I probably need to get something else that excels in boss damage. And at the end of the day, if I want to, I can still spend extra tiers on something like a Jungle Drums Village, or cross-pathing my special operations with the bottom path. That'll increase its attack speed. But let's see how this performs. 50,000 HP. We're gonna go for a second Marine back here. I think having my Marines more towards the back is important because the Bloonarius ceramic spawns spawn in front of the boss. You'll see what I'm talking about here. It's gonna spawn the first wave. There it is. Am I good against them? Okay, looks like we defend those ceramics pretty easily. That's good. Second wave of ceramics. Oh, how am I dead? That is crazy. I guess we can use Adora's ability to maybe help me out as well. I'm surprised the Marine couldn't defend that. Yeah, Bloonarius is kind of nuts here. So what should I add then? I'm thinking we get a Super Monkey, which might seem a bit weird, but let me cook. I'm gonna build this guy towards a Dark Knight. And then later we can go for the 4th and 5th tier upgrades, getting the Legend of the Night. As I'm thinking Legend of the Night will be super effective in a boss event like this, because having that black hole for some of the Bloonarius spawns on the future tiers would be really nice. And the Legend of the Night does really good boss damage as well. Oh, and one other nice part about special operations is you can actually Chinook stuff, which is super helpful. So I can Chinook my Super Monkey here. This upgrade just has utility in so many different ways. Here's the first wave of ceramics. I should be fine with the special operations down. Yeah, it looks like we defended. That's good. I'll continue overclocking my farm, but I might need to overclock like one of my defenses if this is still not enough. Okay, let's go for a Marine farther back. This time we have 2 Marines down, yeah, for that wave of ceramics as well. That's because the Marine ability has a shorter cooldown than the lifespan of the Marine. So you can actually have 2 Marines down at once if you just keep using the ability off cooldown, which is kind of nice. I think I do need to start overclocking my defenses though. So we're gonna overclock 1 Marine back here. And we are actually stalling round 42 as well with these regrow balloons. That's really good. Hopefully round 42 does not end. That way we can just get back to farming on round 43. All right, there's another skull down. Oh, no, that was bad Marine placement. I placed it too far back and it just sniped all the regrow balloons. And now it's not even hitting the boss either. That was a big mistake from me. But let's see if we have enough damage either way. Actually, we might be okay. We leaked some lives there. We only have 1 skull remaining. Overclock this. Okay, can we defend the last wave of ceramics? We do. That's good. So in theory, we should be good against tier 1 Bloonarius here with the overclocked Marine play. And that does defend. However, I am going to redo this defend because I think I can stall out round 42 better. Okay, I probably could have managed to get the defend to end on round 42, but I was at it for a while and lost my patience. So round 43 defend, I think, is completely fine. We'll take it. And you can see here, I also chinooked the door out of the way, which was completely intentional, because here's my plan with my defenses now. We are going to try to stall balloons at the bottom lane. The top 2 lanes are currently taken care of with all the defenses I have up there. And in the bottom lane, we can use our heli to blow back these balloons and maximize the amount of crates we get per round. Hopefully stalling it time penalty, that's the plan. The reason why you actually want to hit the time penalty when normally I try to avoid it is because when it starts going up, that means your abilities that make money, like the heli crate, stop going off cooldown. So I've maximized my ability usage basically. And I'm thinking the next thing we save up for is just the Banana Central. 115k is a lot, but I should make that money relatively quickly. I was considering going for a village and getting Monkey City, which would buff my special operations income and the BRF income by 20%. But doing that is also spending 5 extra tiers, and I'm not sure if I necessarily need a Monkey City here. So we'll try playing without it. A couple rounds of sweaty farming later, I think we're pretty close to getting that Banana Central, because I've got almost 10k in the IMF alone built up, and then we have that ability available as well. All right, I should be able to get it this round. We're gonna collect this early, And then I'll use the Heli Crate ability and use my loan after that. Then build the Banana Central. Come on. Ability, loan, Banana Central. Yes. What a play. We take those. Oh, I'm down to 26 lives though. It's kind of difficult to stall every round to the maximum while not leaking. I feel like I've been doing a decent job at it, but it's not an easy task. Alright, and the next thing I want to save up for is going to be that Ultra Boost I was talking about. Definitely better to get the Banana Central before the Ultra Boost though. I think we're doing everything in pretty much the correct order here. Okay, I think I'll be able to afford my Ultra Boost this round. We've almost got our Heli Crate ability off cooldown, and then I can do the I'm a Flown play again. Heli ability, perfect. I need to get 52k on hand. Collect, ability, and we got the Ultra Boost. Okay. With the Ultra Boost down, stolen rounds becomes even more important, because even if you get time penalty, you still can get Ultra Boost stacks off after that point. We are going to be Ultra Boosting the farm first, by the way, of course. Alright, we've made it to round 59, so this is one round before the boss comes out, and I was able to get 7 stacks on my Banana Central before this round as well. But either way, what's my plan for tier 2? I'm thinking we go for a Super Mines. The reason for this is because I want to get the Spike Factory Paragon later. That's going to be how I defend the higher tiers of the boss. So if I can defend tier 2 with the Super Mines, that's going to be great because it'll help me for my Paragon pops later. And one other nice part about being on round 59 is there's regrow balloons in this round, which means theoretically, I should be able to infinitely stall this round. That doesn't necessarily mean I can use infinite Ultra Boost stacks though. There's a maximum of 10 Ultra Boost stacks you can do per round, but I will be able to hit that max, which is nice. And I ended up utilizing the stall to get the last Ultra Boost stacks to make 10 on the Banana Central. Then I placed down a Spike Factory and was able to get 7 Ultra Boost stacks on that as well, which is going to be the Spike Factory I use for the tier 2 defend. Alright, we've made it to tier 2. Now the only problem is I don't have enough money for the Super Mines yet, and I'm not actually that close either. I'm still 70,000 off. But I'm hoping I make that money pretty quickly with my 10 times Ultra Boost to Banana Central and the I'm a Flown. Let's go. 300,000 HP. We're gonna start by Ultra Boosting this. Let's get a Marine down here as well. And I did buy the Cross Path as well in the Spike Factory. Maybe I shouldn't spend those 2 tiers, but I'm thinking I need to, especially with the fact that I'm getting Super Mines late. But we'll see. 125k, so I need about 105k on hand since we can do the I'm a Flown play as I've been doing. We're almost there to the amount I need. Wait, collect you. That was full collect. Ability? We have enough. Yes. Super Mines. Alright. And I probably should Ultra Boost the Super Mines as well. Or like give it the overclock stack. You know what I mean. Do your thing, Super Mines. Can we start popping the boss, please? The inside should get wiped out from the mines. Ideally. Yeah, it's looking like I'm fine at the moment. Okay. This is good. We can redeposit into here. Wait, round 62. I can actually stall this round, I think. Can I get a couple camo balloons stalled back here? Oh, let me retry that. I think I can technically stall round 62. Hopefully we can use the blowback from the heli in the top left to knock back the camo balloons and not have them get exploded from the Super Mines. And right now it's actually looking like I'm exactly doing that. Now we just need to simply defend the rest of this boss HP. Alright, 2 skulls remaining. We got this. 1 more stack on the Super Mines. Last spawns are coming out. Wait, I'm gonna need to use a Marine up top, just so I don't die against these camos. And we've done it. Yes, tier 2 boss goes down. And guys, we can continue this stall. The stall that's been carrying us through the tier 2 defend. We might as well keep it up and start Ultra Boosting like the Super Monkey or something while I have the chance. By the way, how many pops did I get in the Super Mines there? 366k. Not a ton, but a respectable amount, I would say. Either way, we've used all of our Ultra Boost stacks for this round, so might as well end the stall. We got 6 stacks on this guy, 1 on our Dark Knight, 10 on the Super Mines, 10 on our farm, and we are going to end up saving up for 1 more farming upgrade, that being a Monkeynomics. And I think that'll be the last farming upgrade we go for in this run, which we are going to afford that Monkeynomics on round 65, it's looking like. Collect this ability, Nomics. Let's go. Alright guys, Ninja Kiwi has blessed us with another round that has regrow balloon. So I think we're going to stack some Ultra Boost stacks on just more Spike Factories, because I'll be getting 3 Spike Factories anyways for the Paragon later, so might as well get 10 times on a carpet of spikes and a perma spike. Because despite us having not that many farms, we're actually making pretty good income. I mean, we're already up to 200k. And look at this. The Banana Central's made 400k total. The Monkeynomics has made 200k total. And our Heli has made over, like 100k total. So yeah, I think I'm playing this boss event pretty solid right now. And then continuing our farming, we had another round with regrow balloons on round 72, so I stalled that as well. Then I also stalled the round 74 regrows, the round 76 regrows, and lastly the round 79 regrows. Doing this is pretty much second nature to me at this point because I've done it in so many boss events already. And we've made it to the tier 3 boss with a ton of Ultra Boost stacks down on things. So here's what I'm going to do this tier. We're gonna move the super mines back near the boss. I'm gonna ultra boost this, and then I'm also gonna upgrade my super monkey to Legend of the Night, because I think I'll need this extra damage to get through tier 3. Then I'm also gonna upgrade a perma spike in the back, which might give me a little bit of security. Target this all the way back here. And let's see how this ends up playing out. You could probably get more overall damage if we ultra boosted my Legend of the Night instead of super mines. So if this defense doesn't actually work out, that's what I can do. But it's better I keep the ultra boost on the super mines to focus more pops on this guy. And right now our damage is looking pretty significant, I'd like to say. Let's move super mines here. Also, I've intentionally not bought carpet spikes yet, because if I buy carpet spikes, it's gonna make it so I can't stall the later rounds like I want to. But I'm dead at round 81. Okay. It's the DTs that killed me because my permaspike can't pop them. So might as well move Legend of the Night back here. Yeah, let's see if this works now. It looks like we're defending, kind of. Oh my gosh, DTs are crazy. Teleport it even farther back this time. But now the boss is like not even in the Legend of the Night's range is the problem. We can move the super mines back farther too. I'm still dead. Like what? DDTs from Bloonarius are just absolutely insane. So I guess what we have to do is move our super mines back here. That will defend the DTs, right? Yeah. But now our super mines is not getting much damage against the boss is the problem. We're only 2 skulls down though, so I'm not sure if this is going to be enough damage either way. And the super mines, yeah, we used our black hole there. But the super mines, I'll just need to keep the super mines all the way back pretty much. That's the only way I'm going to defend the DTs. Alright, another skull has been hit. Defend the DTs. Yes. Okay, super mines is hanging on, that's good. 3 skulls remaining. I don't know how much time we have left to pop the boss though. I think it's unfortunately starting to leave the middle section. I think we're gonna have to ultra boost our Legend of the Night for this defense. Or cross path it. We could cross path it for 50% attack speed. I'll try cross pathing my Legend of the Night, see if that makes the difference. The cross path Legend of the Night with the ultra boost stack on it is actually doing a lot more damage, so maybe this will be enough. Let's use Adora's abilities just to play it safe, and we can also get a little bit of extra damage from that. The nice part about this too is since I have Legend of the Night in the back and it's much stronger, it's actually strong enough to kill the DTs, which means we can have our super mines on top of the boss as well. This has 800k pop so far, by the way. All right, third to last skull. Are we defending these DTs? It looks like Legend of the Night still is. The heli's blowing back the ceramics. Guessing I'll need super mines to help out on these back skulls though. So let's move super mines now. Back here. Okay, we got that down in time. Helps me out for the DTs. Yep. Keep you on strong targeting. 1 skull remaining. I think we've got it here. It is now leaving the middle section, so that is a bit threatening. But I just need to defend these insides of last skull. Come on. Defend the DTs, super mines. Yes. Yes. We've done it. We had to have done it now. Right? 150k HP remaining. What we can actually do is teleport this away and just have the super mines deal the rest of the damage, so we have it on Spike Factory pops. Well, that might have been a bit ambitious. Marine over here. So don't die. No, we're fine. We're surviving this. Come on, pop the boss, please. We're fine. Not even close, guys. Not even close. Wasn't worried for a second there. Ryan Mahalik scared? No way. But yeah, as I was saying, we basically just want to get every single pop in our Spike Factories from this point forward, and I'll be aiming to get that Spike Factory Paragon for tier 4. So to achieve that, we're going to keep Legend of the Night and Adora back here. Stalling the rounds with this setup is going to be a bit difficult though, because we lack damage on the top end now. We can't have super mines shoot on 3 sides, right? And special operations isn't going to be enough to defend the top end at this point. We could try getting a Spike Storm ability. That's not going to work. I think I'll just buy Carpet Spikes then. And we still actually kind of can stall the rounds. Look at this. The Carpet Spikes doesn't do much damage against ceramic, so it works out in my favor. All right, first round with DTs. DTs could actually be a problem because our super mines only hits 2 of the lanes, and our other 5th tier Spike Factories can't pop them. So I'm using Adora's abilities to help me out, but we're good. All right, round 95 DTs. There's no way I'm gonna be able to defend the top ones, so what I've got to do here, I'm pretty sure, is just get Legend of the Night. Marine wouldn't be enough, so have to give up some pops on this round, unfortunately. What degree am I currently looking at as well? Let me just test. I think what I'd theoretically like is a high degree 40 Paragon. From my testing, that's around what you need. But what would it be at the moment? All right, 26. I'm not even close. That's definitely a little bit disheartening, but on the bright side, we have a lot of rounds coming up, which are going to give me a ton of pops in the Spike Factories. And then in addition to that, we're making money from our farms as well, which will help for the cash slider. Okay, we've made it to tier 4 finally. Let's check up again and see what degree Spackagon we'd be looking at right now. Max slider. 34. I don't think we're gonna be able to get high 40s. We might be able to get past degree 40 though, which would be decent at least. The plan here is pretty simple though. We basically want to wait as long as possible to get our Spike Factory Paragon up and getting as many Spike Factory pops as I can in the process. So let's go with the Spike Storm off the start. We will be ultra boosting my Supermines, of course. It's 8 million HP, so that's quite a bit. Let's move our Spike Factory here. We should be able to take down at least one skull beforehand, which would be good. Okay, what if I went for the Spacagon right before I hit the skull? That could be a decent timing. We're gonna sell you, collect sell. Where is it? Can I click you? Yes, 500,000 cash slider. Don't die. 41. That might be enough. I'm just so dead against the spawns, dude. It's like actually impossible to defend Lunaria spawns. This is so frustrating. Okay, this time I have the portal available to defend the DTs. This is good. We're gonna bring the Supermines back here. I'm gonna try to farm pops against the insides. All right, portal, yes. Collect, sell. Oh no, I don't think the portal's gonna stay active for the B80s though. Dude, that's so frustrating.
One eternity later.
I'm gonna try to go for the Spike Factory Paragon a little bit earlier this time. Around 104 start. Where is it? Here. 40. I'd like to get 41. You get extra Pierce in the Spike Factory Paragon for the 1 degree afterwards. There's 41. Okay, defend. We're defending. Spike's here. Yes, we're defending this. Spike here. Don't die to the DTs. Okay, this is working. We got another ability off. Legend of the Night is defending the DTs somehow. I need you to hold the line, Legend of the Night. You're saving me so much right now. I'm about to get Spike and get an ability off. Come on. This is gonna do so much damage. Spike and get an ability go. Yes, look at all that damage. Holy cow. What the heck was that ability? Do I survive? That was insane. The thing is, I don't know if degree 41 is enough for tier 5 though, because I did a lot of testing before this, and in my testing, I was not able to get degree 41 to work. I was close a couple times though, but yeah, that was insane to see the Spike again and just go absolutely bonkers. I did create a save on round 100, so if degree 41 does not work, I might be able to go back and squeeze out a couple extra degrees. We'll see though. There isn't really much to do in these 10 rounds preceding the tier 5 boss, by the way. All right guys, we're in round 119, which means tier 5 is next round. I'm gonna do a little bit of a tactic here of using my Spike Factory Paragon ability to increase its deployment speed at the very end of round 119, because it's gonna carry over to the next round. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Wait till the BD is about to be done. Now, you see how that has that effect around it? That effect and the increased attack speed will carry over and help me out for the boss, like now. Now, unfortunately, because I placed my Spike Factory Paragon in the back, which I needed to do for tier 4, we don't get the instantaneous damage on the boss, which obviously is not ideal. Let's use the Spike Again ability as well. That should do a lot of damage. And we can use the speed up attack again, because I used the last one around 119, even though it carried over. We're about to hit the first skull. Yep, look at all that damage. We just got a bunch of damage at once. That was from the pile we built. Okay. BEDs. I'm handling. Wait, nope, no portal used, no portal used. That's good. Okay, we have Spike Again ability back off cooldown. I'm not sure if I want to use it again though, because there's still a big spike on this. There's still two big spikes on the screen. So if I use it, it's just going to explode those spikes and not redeploy any. I need to wait for that. I need to wait for these big spikes to clear. Come on, clear that one at the bottom. Yes, now we use it. And it'll redeploy them. Okay, that was good. That was played well. Make sure to be using our Adore abilities as well. I don't think I've used Legend of the Night Black Hole yet, which is also solid. Ideally, we save that for one of the final skulls. Can the nerfed Spike Factory Paragon do it, guys? Because they did actually nerf the Spike Factory Paragon in the last update, but in my opinion, it's still, like, insanely good and probably the best Paragon for this boss. Alright, try deploying a couple spikes here to defend these BDs. Yep, there we go. Turn it back now. We've got 3 skulls remaining. And we still have a lot of Spike Agains that haven't exploded yet on my side. That's not good. I don't know if I should just manually explode them with the ability or wait. I think I'm just going to manually explode them. Waiting for those to explode probably would take too long. Here we go. Ability. Deploy a couple spikes here. Not a ton. Just enough to defend those BDs. Yes. Oh, we used black hole. I don't think I can use black hole there. We have to target more spikes in the back then. All right, let's see if this works this time. I put more spikes in the back. Yeah, it looks like we defended all the BDs. That's good. No black hole used, which is really important. And we're getting Spike again back, but the BD is going to leave the zone soon, which is not good at all. Or not BD, the boss. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's leaving the zone. I might be screwed here. Let's use Spike again now. I need this to go huge. Oh my gosh. We used black hole. We're going to die against the final skull. Even if I hit it. It's close though is the thing. Look at that, like 5 million HP remaining. We actually tanked the last skull with the Legend of Light black hole as well. I feel like this has got to be possible with degree 41. It's just gonna have to be brute forced, and maybe we have to get like lucky RNG with our Spike-Ageddons exploding. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take you through some parts of the optimized defend, and it took me well over an hour to figure out how to go about this defense and actually execute it so my degree 41 Spike Factory Paragon had at least a chance of popping this tier 5 boss. But either way, off the start, we were basically playing this the exact same as I did last time, targeting my main spikes in the middle, having Legend of Light help clean up the insides. So no differences have came yet. But you can see here when we hit the second skull, I intentionally don't target the main spikes to help clean up the BDs. We pretty much just need to focus the Spike Factory damage on the boss alone the entire time. And now what I'm doing is waiting for that bottom Spike-Ageddon to explode from these BFBs. Then once that happens, I right away use the Spike-Ageddon ability again, redeploying them fast. As we hit the third skull, another nice part about the Spike-Ageddon is it deals with the Bloons spawns really well. Those fortified BDs get dealt with, no problem. And this is the part that took me forever. Round 123. Because what I need to do against this Bloons spawn is defend the insides without targeting too many of my main Paragon spikes to pop them, and not using the Legend Light Black Hole. Now, accomplishing all three of those things is really difficult because all of my Spike-Ageddons on that path have disappeared at this point. But thankfully, by retrying this round enough, I was able to have a Moab come from the top path, explode that top Spike-Ageddon, which ended up popping a lot of the BDs. And then on top of that, one of the bottom Spike-Ageddons also got exploded, hoping to defend the rest of the BDs. So that skull was dealt with. Then after that point, I did something you probably wouldn't expect. I teleported my Legend of the Night away from the boss. The reason for this is Legend of the Night kept sniping the blimps, and it makes it hard for me to clear the rest of the Spike-Ageddons off the screen, which I need to do because I have the ability back off cooldown. But on round 124, as you can see here, right when we hit that third and final skull, the last Spike-Ageddon does explode. So we use the ability again just in time to defend those fortified BD spawns, which in turn also deals enough damage to hit the second to final skull, where we still have some Spike-Ageddons remaining to deal with those BD spawns as well. Now resuming the live commentary once again. Okay, I might have done it. We have the portal available going into the last skull. This is the best I've been looking. Okay, let's go Ultra Boost on you. That's gonna be the last Ultra Boost I get off, so we're gonna sacrifice this. Give my Adora some power. I don't think I still have enough damage though. I need these Spike-Ageddons to explode and damage the boss, yeah. That's good. Tank the insides. Black hole. 3 million HP. 3 million HP. No! You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. 2.8 million. Spike-Ageddon, Spike-Ageddon. Please. 2 million. 1.5. 1.3. 700,000. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, I'm like an hour into this defend and we got 700,000 HP remaining. I can retry last round, but I doubt like we're gonna be able to RNG that. That is just crazy close. Maybe target the spike super far right and hope that I hit like 1 or 2 more spikes with it. Please. The fact that I get Spike-Ageddon back at the very end makes me think this might be possible on this attempt. Come on. 2 million. Teleport you here. 500,000. 200,000. Yes! Yes! No way! No way! That was like the closest it could have been. I'm not normally this hyped after boss events, but that was an insane ending. Oh my gosh. 62 million pops on the Spike Factory. So yeah, the Spike Factory Paragon was nerfed, but it's still like ridiculously strong. With that though, I should be number 1 on the leaderboard. Yes, I am. Well, I'm number 2, but again, number 1 is definitely a cheater. And we've got a decent gap on him too. 12 tiers in front of number 3. and then 32 tiers in front of number 4. So I felt like that was a pretty good strategy. If there's a place to optimize it, you can probably cut the free dart monkey and maybe a couple other things, but that was a solid score. And I hope you guys enjoyed Elite Bloon areas on Tricky Tracks. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. I'm like out. Peace, guys. Have a good one.